who does a great job running the trade room, very knowledgeable as well about different markets. Chuck and I talk daily about markets, um, and and whatnot, and some different things and everything. And of course, lead instructor Jeff Smith is again one of those guys who's got one of those minds that I envy. He's a mind like a steel trap, I guess is what they say. His his number his memory or his memory of different numbers, different levels of markets and different years is just astounding. And again, along with Steve and Chuck and of course Tom Busby, just the the levels that my trading and my experience has jumped up just by being involved with and around these guys is really priceless, in my opinion. So very lucky to be where I am. Very lucky to be located in the DTI building, working as a broker with the 3T Futures brokerage. And so anyhow, but what I wanted to kind of leave, I guess end up. I guess we're kind of winding down here our Fun Friday, or the open house here. But what I wanted to make sure I got in front of you guys because I wanted to show you our platform, show you the 3T Futures platform that we use, and show you some of the different tools, and give you a little breakdown about our brokerage. So, like I said, we work really closely with a lot of DTI students, are very involved with what DTI has going on, and are like I said, able to really cater and help out a lot of the DTI students with their trading goals. And one of those and one of those tools is having a good platform. That's the trader is obviously good on his own, but you can only be so good with the tools that you're working with. So very important to have a good futures platform, which I know that we have, and also to margin requirements and commission structures and all that kind of stuff is also something that you really want to make sure you've got a handle on before you do get involved with futures, or before you really take that next step in your trading. So what I want to do right now, guys, is go ahead and I'm just going to bring up the platform here, show you guys a few things, and we'll answer some questions and do all that good stuff. So let me start my desktop sharing here. Give me a minute while this projector loads, and we'll get right into it. All right, this should be coming up here in just one second. Let's see if we get it connected. Okay, there we go. There we go. There's the platform. Everybody can see that okay? You might have to adjust your screens if it's not coming in all right. But anyhow, this is just a simple control center platform that we offer, the 3T Trader platform. You can see up here, this is actually a demo. I always do presentations in a demo, but it's a fully functional demo. It's got live quotes, live market. All the exchange data, or all the data that you're seeing that's coming through, is coming directly from the exchange. There is no third party data provider. It's all coming, like I said, it's all coming directly from the exchange. So um, so you don't have the minimal lag, which like I said, I mean, I can't stress enough, it's minimal. But when you do have a third party connecting to a platform, there is a little bit of a lag. But like I said, it's not anything to really get concerned about. But knowing that knowing that the exchange is coming, or the data is coming directly from the exchange, so a lot of people do like that fact here. But we can say this is just it's a simple, very easy to use platform. You can see at the right hand corner you got a dome with a nice volume profile right there. Shows you all the contracts that are being traded, showing the depth of the market there, showing how many different different contracts are waiting to be filled on both the bid and the ask. Again, the number you see in the gray area right next to the price in a box is the actual number of contracts traded at that price at a given time. You can see there 64 contracts just trading. Looks like that 97, 75. People are liking that. But anyhow, you can see very simple dome. Left click places your order. Right click will place you a stop. Of course, if you're above the market on the buy side, a stop order will work. Here, you can see order waiting to be filled, a stop order. Really easy to cancel, modify on the fly there if you have to make some adjustments. Limit order, left click, real simple. Again, we can drag, modify, cancel, add to the lots. All real simple, active things you can do to your placement of orders there. Again, right click, cancels real fast. You can see over here we've got a nice little candlestick looking chart, plenty of indicators to use. I've got one right now. On balance volume is an indicator I like to look at. But you can see here all kind of different indicators to add to the chart. You can actually custom design and build your own indicators and add on to your platform using Excel. So those of you who have been trading for a while and have developed your own type of indicator, developed your own type strategy and indicator, you actually can be able to add that on to the platform to use. So really neat tool, very interactive, very easy to use. Also a good little trade mode here. Nice little trade mode. You can see it opens up our trade mode, and it's really neat. Whereas in the dome, a left click is always going to be a limit order, a right click is always going to be a stop order. Well, on the trade mode, a left click is always going to be a buy order, and a right click is always going to be a sell order. And it'll change between a stop and a stop or a limit order depending on where you are in the market. So right now I'm above the market. Market's at 97.75. I'm up at 03.25. And you can see that that's telling me that a left click will give me a buy stop at 03 quarter, or a sell limit if I right click at 03 quarter. So if you come back down, drop back down below the market here, you can see it changes. Now my buy limit is at 94 quarter, so I'm below the market. Buy went from a stop to a limit, and now I've got a sell stop at 94 quarter. So you can see, depending on where you are in the market, it's gonna recognize that and act accordingly. Really neat for those of you who kind of like myself. I do trade. And I also have other responsibilities for my day job. So I'm not always necessarily able to monitor and bring up several different charts, and usually I have to work with one screen. Usually I'm always working with one screen, and this platform completely caters to that very well by the fact that you have a nice little function here called link to quotes up here in your top left on the dome. And you can also find this here on the chart. And you can see you got your quotes here as well. So each time that I switch to a different quote, it's actually going to change my dome, and it's going to change my my chart as well for me without having to make several different clicks and waste time. So very efficient platform. Like I said, very easy to use, efficient. You can scroll through. Trade a bunch of different products without really losing any analyzation type tools or those. It's really not detrimental to you to be able to only using one screen. But of course, if you do have multiple screens and you can bring up different charts, you can see here you've got some quick buttons right here. You can bring up a separate chart. You can bring up a separate dome. You can actually bring up an option chain. We actually have futures options are available on this platform as well. So you can actually trade all the futures options you want to, and futures account and futures trades as well from the same account. So those of you who are active with futures trading and futures options trading know that there's a lot of great strategies that you can implement with the use of covered calls and whatnot. Really using it. I think DTI does a good job of explaining that and going over that as well. So, like I said, a lot of good strategies, a lot of good availability when you combine your futures options with futures. So, you do have that ability. Just going through a couple more things. We got just an account summary page here. Gives you your activity for the day, your overall balance. Again, this is a demo account. Which I like to come through and use the demo account for testing out strategies, testing out different things that I like to look at. It's also good for say you're strictly a Nasdaq trader. You're strictly a Dow trader, and that's all you've learned. That's all you want. That's all you've been accustomed to trading. But you're kind of you're hearing some people that you might know that are making some money in crude oil or making some money in gold, but you're not really sure that you want to really get involved with that straight out of the box without really testing and analyzing. That's where your demo account comes in. That's where you're able to see the live market, see how it works, be able to get your contract specifications, all that information that you need to be able to trade a market, and you can sit here and watch it, trade it, see how it moves, see how it works, and not really be taking much risk, not be taking any risk at all. So that's very, very great to have a demo account, which is it's a completely separate software download than the normal account. So you can actually have them up side by side. You can have your demo account up and your live account up and be able to distinguish between the two, and really let them work off each other for analyzation purposes and also trading purposes. Another couple things about the platform is you've got the use all kind of order types. We can do all kind of order types. We can do simple strategies. We can do complex multi-bracketed strategies. All used in with OCO orders, which stands for order cancels order. So you can place, your limit orders, you can place your stops all with one click, and have those be connected by an OCO. So if you're in the market runs up and hits your profit target, or runs down, of course, depending on if you're long or short. But if it hits your profit target, it's automatically going to cancel your stop. So you don't take the chance of getting double filled and getting in a position that you don't want to get in and didn't know that you were in to begin with. So again, a lot of good tools here, a lot of great tools to use with on this platform here. You can do market of touched orders. All the orders, all different types of orders, all order types are available on the platform. And something really neat, which is a new development, for the platform, is a smartphone or smart device, iPads, whatever here, app. We've got an app. There's an app for that. So everybody likes to say. But yeah, there's definitely an app for this. So no more excuses about not being able to see what the market's doing. You got 24-hour access. Most of these markets, these indices, these major indicators, indice markets that we look at and like to trade, like your S&P and Nasdaq. I mean, they're pretty much a 24-hour market. Pretty much going to be a 24-hour market. They're open, pretty much all day long. There's really a 45-minute window where the market's closed, and kind of resettles and whatnot. But it really is important to have access and to be able to know what's going on. Perfect example. And I remember hearing Jeff mention this morning, how, at night you have different, Asian markets and European markets, driving the ship, driving the bus, if you will. And it is really important to know what's going on with those Asian markets and what's going on with the European markets. Which, by the way, let me add, this platform does have the Eurex markets open, so you do have access to the DAX and the Euro stocks, which are major indicators for the market, overall market direction, and does really drive the bus at night. And perfect example, when I was working a couple of years ago, several years ago, when the tsunami hit over in Japan, when that tsunami hit over in Japan, I was trading. I was up at night trading. It was right at, it was, I mean, it was eerily close to midnight. I remember like it was yesterday. It was so close to midnight. I had just gotten out of some positions. I had just liquidated some positions, gotten out with some green, and was happy, was going to call it a night, and then boom, right before I'm shutting my computer down, and we had the TV on. I had the TV on mute on I think CNBC, but I saw the market just crash. I mean, I mean, it was my first real experience with that kind of activity, and it was just mind-boggling how quick it was, how fast it was, and it's all because of that tsunami hitting Japan. And so, of course, you see the news. You put on the news, you see the breaking news, and the market reacted before CNBC could get on there. So, anyhow, it was just, so like I said, having that access, having the ability to have your eyes on the market 24 hours is a very useful tool, and something that you really are doing yourself a disservice if you don't have 24-hour access and the ability to access it from several different points. Most people have their desktop, most people have an internet connection, most people have a cell phone, a smartphone. I think I might have been one of the last ones to hold out to get a smartphone, but it's the way it goes. And especially if you're being involved in markets, having that smartphone app, having that ability to see what's going on 24 hours a day is a very valuable tool. So what I want to do is I've got a little slideshow here. We'll go ahead and transition into that. A slideshow of some of the different screens and whatnot of the smartphone app. So let me load this up just real quick. Give me one sec. Yeah, so here is your smartphone app. This is actually, all these pictures that you're going to see were actually taken from my personal cell phone. I have an iPhone, and I do know, for those of you who are trading with Android or something other than an iPhone, it's gonna look a little bit different. Very similar, but most of the differences are actually what is different between the different buttons you have on an Android versus the different buttons you have on an iPhone. So if you know your Android, if you know how it operates and whatnot, you'll be able to figure it out based off of my little presentation here. But you can see you've got a bunch of different quotes or a bunch of different tabs there down at the bottom, which which are all things that you can interact with. You see the first one here is your kind of little watch list that you have. Little watch list that you have that you've created. Gives you the last trader price and the overall change from the opening of the day. And you can add take out anything you want, really customize it to how you like. Next little tab over is going to be the balances tab that's going to show you your it's going to show your overall cash position. If you were in a position, your margin requirements would be there. The initial margin, not the day trading margin. There is a difference between the initial margin and day trading margin, and we'll kind of get into that later. But that's so that's the next screen you got there. Next one over is you have your orders, so you can get a nice little snapshot of what you've done that day. you know, the day's fills, the open, you know, different open positions that you have, and really a good snapshot there of that. And this is clicking on your positions. Notice here it says open position. When you click on that, you get a nice little snapshot, a P&L of your current position. You can tell that this these pictures were taken a little while ago because we're in the March contract on the S&P, and the market was trading at 1839.75. Seems like a long time ago, doesn't it? Does seem like a long time ago, considering we're at just made new highs on the day in the S&P at 2,075. So pretty funny. But anyhow, moving on. We got some alerts. We got alerts there. You can actually have alerts set to your phone that will buzz you at all times of night. Obviously, if you set an alert, the market reaches your position, you'll get a quick alert there for you. And this is actually, if you go back to your the quotes window, if you go back to the first window that we saw, clicking on a position or clicking on a market is your screen that you see here. You can see up here at the top. Hold on one second. Let me. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. You can see at the top here, you've got these three little dots, and those of you with using Apple know that those represent the ability to slide. You've got more screens available to look through, but this is the first screen you see. Again, nice snapshot of the market. Gives you a nice volume profile, how much trades have been done that day so far. A nice, bid and ask, buy and sell buttons right there, quick buttons for you. You also have a stop sign, or a plus sign right here. You also got a plus sign at the top right. Clicking on that plus sign gives you some more options. If you're in a position with the current market that you're viewing, you can close that position real quick. Reverse position, if you do that. Add to your watch list, different advanced charting, and some order settings. So again, very customizable. This is the second screen, and this is more of a dome view, is what it looks like here. So you get your bid and ask. You've got your 5 levels deep of prices, your last traded price, and also you've got the amount, the numbers of contracts waiting to be filled at each price there. Again, of course, you're always going to have this bid and ask on all these screens. And if you do have here, it gives you a little snapshot of active orders as well on the S&P. Here is your buy ticket. If you bring up the buy or sell ticket, this is what it looks like here. You can switch back and forth between buy and sell. You can do a market order, limit order, stop order. Again, changing your volume, changing your price, all right there, and then a quick send buy limit order. Here's the last screen that you have available. Actually, second to last screen, because you can see up here it says tap for the advanced chart. But it gives you a little simple chart there to look at. And if you tap there, this is the chart you get. And this right here, people, is what makes the app, in my opinion. This is what makes the app right here. This screen and the ability to interact and do everything with this screen is in my opinion, what makes this app great, which makes this app as good as it is. You got a nice a chart there with indicators, volume profiles, a lot of different things to interact with. And if you notice at the bottom, there's a bunch of different presets for you. You got 5 different presets. You can make those all be different things, and it's all going to be different things for the same market. So those of you who like to do short-term trades can have a 5-minute chart. Those of you who like to have long-term trades can have a 30-minute chart, hour chart, what have you. But you can really get creative with that. You can have 5 different presets with different indicators, different time frames, all with the same market, all analyzing the same market and looking at the same market. Which is very valuable, very valuable. And like I said, you can have that 5 different things, 5 different ways to interact with the same market, doing different indicators, different time frames, and whatnot, to really get a good overall idea of the market, where it's been, where it could possibly go. You see here also you've got a nice these double arrows here at the top. That is actually your buy and sell. That's actually going to be your buy and sell ticket right there. So it's right there from the chart. You're basically trading from the chart here with your 5 different presets. You know, like I said, this is what makes the app here, in my opinion. Again, here's the drop down. You see the same thing. You got the buy and sell, market limit stops, all that. But you actually have an option. You can hit a trade window. You can go back to your watch list and actually change. You can go to your watch list and actually change the market. You can actually change, switch to a different market from what you're looking at, or you can go to last viewed and also make changes to the current chart that you're looking at. Again, you got your plus sign. Your plus sign here brings up another little interactive menu to choose from. And if you're in the market profile, if you're in the individual market profile, you can see here this is for the March DAX from earlier this year. If you're not in a position, and you just want to get some information, just kind of look and see what the market's doing, you've got a great tool here available for you for the contract information. Again, this kind of goes back to if you're looking to get into other markets that you haven't really had much experience with, and you really want to learn and try to analyze and diversify your trading experience and diversify your different markets analyzation. Well, here's this contract information is super important to know. You can see here it brings up the information for this is the 30-year Treasury bonds here. And you can see all the different, point values, tick size, all very relevant and important information that you need to know about your market before you're going to trade. So that is available to you. Nice screenshot right there, all laid out for you. Trading hours, all the months that's traded. Your different margins, initial and the maintenance margin. Just really, like I said, valuable and relevant information there. So that is the smartphone app. It's been very helpful to several of our clients, including Tom Busby. Tom really loves this app. He'll tell you 100% that this app has made him a better trader. And who doesn't want to be a better trader? I mean, that's a 30-year market. That's a 30-year market, veteran. He's probably forgotten, more things about the market than I've ever known. But yeah, so having that kind of a testimonial from somebody, really lets me know that it is a very valuable tool, and very helpful in making him the trader that he is. Anyways, going here, just a couple of different things about 3T Futures. Again, like I said, we are an online brokerage located in the DTI building. For your mini contracts, going over some of the boring stuff, some of the number crunching here. But if you're going to trade some futures, some E-minis, if you're going to trade the S&P, the Nasdaq, even the bonds, and things like that, it's going to be $5 a round turn, which is all inclusive of exchange fees, NFA fees, all that kind of stuff. So any of your mini contracts are going to be $5 per round turn. Your larger contracts like crude oil, gold, the big contracts, big volatile contracts are actually going to be $6 or $3 in and $3 out. You can see here minimum account balance $2,500, really $10,000 in order to be able to short the options. Which options on futures you see there are $7.50 per round turn. Again, platform, it's 3T Trader platform. It's a free software download, no added cost for downloading. The OEC iBroker app, also, it's a free app in your app store, but there is one stipulation. If you actually do trade on the app, if you execute positions on the app, you place an order and the order executes, it actually adds an extra 50 cents per side. So if you were to do a round turn on an E-mini contract, it would take your commission from $5 to $6. So like I said, an extra dollar per round turn or 50 cents per side. But if you are placing all your orders on the desktop version, you're placing all your orders, including strategy orders, and you just are monitoring through your cell phone, monitoring the orders through your cell phone, it's still a regular commission structure at that point. You don't. It's only if you place a trade and it executes on your phone for it to warrant the extra charge there. So like I said, you can place your orders on your desktop version, have your strategies working, have all that together, and then just be monitoring. If you have to run out to the grocery store, get lunch, what have you, you can just be monitoring what the moves that you've been making, and it'll still result in that lower commission charge there. But again, some features. You can trade the futures and futures options in one account. Pretty low minimum funding compared. Very competitive commission rates. Again, low margin requirements. Those same E-minis that'll charge you $5 per round turn are going to generate a $500 margin requirement for the day, which again, like I said, the day consists of 23 hours and 15 minutes. So you get a 500 per contract, 500 per contract for your margin requirements for the day. There's a 24-hour trade desk, guys. If you ever get in any trouble, if you're trading at night, which I know a lot of people do, if you're trading at night and you lose internet connection, which it happens, that's the world we're living in. It does happen, power outages, all those sort of things. You do have, and if your app doesn't work, if you can't, bring up your app, and if you're out of service or what have you, you can easily make a phone call into the 24-hour trade desk to have them liquidate positions or help you out with what they need. But anyways, guys, there's some contact info if you guys have any questions about anything. Yeah, and NSA you just typed in. You can actually the demo will work. We can offer a a free 2-week demo of the platform, the one that we just saw, that we were just looking at, and it will actually work with the app, which is really neat. You can actually demo the app, so really good stuff. Really good stuff there. Jess, do you charge to do a phone trade? It depends. It depends. And Anastasia, I think what he's talking about is a calling in a trade. There is an extra fee for calling in a trade if it's a market that is not available to trade on the platform. And what I mean by, if you want to do a spread position on some options, if you want to buy and sell, call options and do a spread position. Well, there's not a spreader actually available at this point with this platform. I know they're working on something to actually get a spreader. I know they're working to actually have a spreader implemented to this platform, which would it's a great platform for those of you who do. That'd be a great addition, a great tool to have for those of you who do spreads. So if you did want to put on a spread position at a spread price, since that is not available on the platform right now, you can actually call them up and they'll place the spread price for you. And since it's not available on the platform, it would be free. Now, if you're just calling up to say you want to buy the S&P 500 at 2001 half, yes, they're going to charge you. They're going to charge you a desk fee of I believe $10 is the desk fee there for that. So, but if you call me, if it's during the day and you call me, I have access to everyone's accounts. If you call me, I'm not gonna charge you to place a trade. So if you need me to place a trade and I'm available, you can always call me and I can I can get you out of position. I can place a trade for you. And like I said, I won't be charging you anything. But if you do call that desk, and like I said, just place a normal order, they will give you an extra charge. But anyways, guys, I suggest everybody, sign up for that demo. See if you can test it out. If you want to test it out and see if you like it, it's very easy to use, very easy to learn. If you do ever have trouble with it, I'm always I try to always be available for platform walkthroughs, so we can always set up a good. We can always set something up to where we can do a walkthrough together. I can show you some ins and outs, all that kind of stuff. I'm like I said, I try to make myself available to all our clients for any kind of issues resulting in platforms, trading, anything like that. So, anyways, I think I've got another slide here. Yeah. So click that link that Anastasia posted in there, or you just send me an email if you have some additional information, or if you want to set up a demo. Like I said, either way will do. You can shoot me an email or just click that link, and yeah. And there's that link, and like I said, I hope to be speaking with some of you in the next couple of weeks or so, and I do hope that a lot of you have signed up and are going to take advantage of that excellent offer that DTI is offering for their trade room.